My builder looked me in the eye and told me that passive house design was too expensive, too complicated, and simply not worth considering for my home. 2 years later, I moved into my completed passive house and opened my first annual energy statement. My total combined heating, cooling, and ventilation energy cost for the entire year was $147. My neighbor in an identical size conventional home paid $1,980 for the exact same 12 months. $147 versus $1,980. Same size home, same climate, same family size. The only difference was the building design, and my builder knew about that difference for 30 years without saying a single word to me about it. What you are about to discover is not experimental technology. It is not a fringe concept. It is a rigorously proven building performance standard called Passive House, or Passive House in its original German, with over 60,000 certified buildings operating successfully across multiple continents right now today. Germany alone has over 25,000 passive house buildings, with decades of measured performance data confirming every design prediction. Austria incorporated passive house principles into its national building code, making high-performance construction the legal minimum standard for every new home built in the country. The Netherlands committed to making all new construction passive house standard by 2030. 5 progressive Scandinavian countries all have national passive house programs with full government support. And America, the most technologically advanced nation on Earth, has approximately 5,000 certified passive house buildings. In a country of 330 million people, 5,000. That number is not a failure of the technology. That number is the direct, measurable consequence of a building industry that earns $30,000 less per passive house than per conventional construction, and has invested decades of effort ensuring you never find out why. The passive house standard was created by German physicist Dr. Wolfgang Feist at the Passive House Institute in Darmstadt, Germany in the early 1990s. Dr. Feist asked one question that changed everything. What is the absolute minimum energy a well-designed building actually needs to maintain comfortable indoor conditions? His rigorously calculated answer was almost none. The first certified passive house was completed in Darmstadt in 1991 and has been continuously measured for over 30 years. Its actual performance has matched its design predictions with extraordinary precision every single year. 30 years of documented real-world evidence proves this technology works exactly as designed in every season, every climate, and every condition. The passive house standard rests on 5 fundamental principles that work together, creating a building so thermally intelligent that it barely needs any purchased energy at all. Principle 1 is super insulation, 12 to 16 inches of continuous high-performance insulation, achieving R values between 40 and 60 compared to the R13 to R21 typical of conventional American construction. At R60, you can press your bare hand against an exterior wall during a -20-degree winter day, and the surface feels warm to the touch because so little heat escapes. Principle 2 is thermal bridge elimination. Every metal fastener, concrete connection, and window frame in conventional construction silently leaks heat like a hidden drain. Passive house design systematically finds and eliminates every one of those hidden heat escape pathways, creating a perfectly uninterrupted thermal envelope. Principle 3 is triple glazed windows, achieving U values of 0.1 or better, between 2 and 3 times the thermal performance of standard American double-pane windows. South-facing passive house windows actually capture more solar heat in winter than they lose, making your windows a net positive energy source rather than a liability. Principle 4 is airtightness 10 times better than conventional construction, stopping the 30 to 40% of all heating and cooling energy lost through air infiltration in standard American homes. And Principle 5 is heat recovery ventilation, a specialized system that recovers 90 to 95% of thermal energy from exhaust air and transfers it to incoming fresh air. On a -10-degree winter day, fresh outdoor air enters the heat recovery unit at -10 degrees and exits into your living space already pre-warmed to 35 degrees through pure heat exchange with no energy input whatsoever. These 5 principles working together reduce your building's energy consumption by 90%. In a cold climate like Minnesota or Vermont, a passive house needs approximately $150 annually for all temperature control energy combined. The same size conventional home in the same